My 79-year-old grandma has a meme framed. Going to grandparents' house, leaving grandparents' house. Yep. How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to EzPz. My name is Zach, and today we're taking a look at r/Mademesmile. This single dad adopted a teen abandoned at the hospital. I knew I had to take him. That I've seen this before, and it still gets me. After 1 year living in a truck, I got an apartment. Life is good. Oh, hell yeah, dude. New beginnings. This is Nellie. She's an astronaut. Please don't interrupt her spacewalk. 13 out of 10. That's one small boop for the pup, one giant boop for pup kind. My brother is a low-functioning Downsy. He used to love to hold babies, but it's rare someone lets him now. My wife and I let him hold our baby today, and here is his look when we gave her to him, and then the way he held her without movement for 5 minutes, I almost cried. I can't believe I was lucky enough to get the best dog. Aww. I was 9 years old, waiting for the school bus in Wisconsin winter. I had a thin coat, no hat or gloves. A woman driving past me saw me and stopped, giving me a blanket from the back of her car. It was a long, skinny one, so she wrapped it around my head and shoulders like a big scarf. I remember thanking her, but being confused. I told her I didn't know how I'd give it back when I was done borrowing it. She hugged me and said not to worry. I still have that blanket. Had Bob Ross painting party for my birthday. Love my friends. Best day ever. Those are some happy mountains. This is incredible. Mother passed away 9 years ago and she mentioned she'd be a yellow butterfly one day. For 9 years I've been mesmerized every time I see one, but I've never been close enough to touch one. Today, this happened. Happy Mother's Day, Mama. This dude, a total stranger, went to Advance Auto Parts with me and is fixing it for me. That's awesome. To the woman in the parking lot who just asked me if I was Carrie Underwood, you officially made my day. Your day? That lady just made my whole life. This is Carter. He knocked on my door to ask if he could have a banana, then left. Looks like he got what he wanted. How can people say cats don't have feelings? Like, when my cat got deadly sick, she refused to eat a single thing and it had been days, but when I started crying, she just ate a little bit, and upon seeing how happy it made me, she kept doing it whenever she could. Now, whenever I'm sad or crying, she finds wherever I am with a mouthful of food and eats the pieces one by one. Every time looking up at me, making sure I was watching her eat it all because she knew it made me happy. And it does make me happy. Reading this made me happy. After almost 2 years of dealing with traumas and depression, I finally got the motivation to clean my room entirely. It took almost 9 hours and 2 trash bags full with plastic bottles, pizza boxes, and other trash. I'm proud of my work. Oh, damn, that is clean. I'm impressed. Couple in Taiwan who own dry cleaning company posed with clothes never picked up, becoming viral sensation. That's awesome. My son found a 1914 wheat penny under some old concrete I removed. I posted a picture of it on r/coins to share our excitement. Fellow Redditors offered to send him some of their personal treasures to inspire him to keep hunting. We are absolutely speechless. Oh, wow. Holy cow, that is, yeah, quite the collection he's got already. I had a man come to me and he said, "Bob, I could never paint because I'm colorblind. So I thought today we'd do a picture in gray just to show you that anyone can paint." God damn it, I love Bob Ross. People who have been in a coma, what was your perception of time while in it? I was in a coma for a week after surgery. To me it was instant. The odd part, my mom talked to me while I was in the coma and I remember the things she said. She talked about raising me, the funny things I did, etc. When my mom passed away in 2007, she fell asleep first. We knew she wouldn't wake up again, so I talked to her about how amazing she was as a mom. I talked for hours until she took her last breath. I hope she heard me. I wasn't always a good son. The first time I ever did stand-up in the high school talent show, my teacher was like, "I'm gonna see you on the Tonight Show one day." So, I flew him out. Comedian Josh Johnson. #Black Pride. Reblog for the teachers who believe in you. That's awesome. So my friend's vet has a comfort dog assistant that helps sick patients know that everything will be alright, and this is really all you need to see today. Yep, it's good. I know nobody else cares, but I've always struggled with self-confidence and self-esteem issues because of my looks. 6 months ago, I started facial and jaw exercises, and I'm finally confident in the way I look. Oh, hell yeah, dude, I'm proud. Dear Sarah, this is a little bit awkward, but I've waited a really long time to pass this on to you. My wife and I came in for haircuts shortly before Christmas of last year. My wife was suffering from dementia. You treated her as if you'd been working with dementia patients all your life. You let us sit next to each other, and when it came time for her cut, you turned her chair towards me so I could watch her expression as you cut her hair. It turned out even better than I thought it would. Sadly, she died in March, and that haircut was one of the last best moments of her life. She felt so pretty. She visited the mirror in her bathroom several times during the day and would come out beaming. To see her so happy was priceless. Looking back, it was likely one of dozens of haircuts you gave that day, but one which revitalized a woman's sense of self and her singular beauty. I hope you always realize the power of your profession. It's so easy to take things like that for granted. Sincerely, a grateful customer. Man, I'm a sensitive boy. I'm really fighting not to let a tear slip up. Single mom dresses as dad so her son wouldn't miss donuts with dad day at school. That's awesome. Drug dealers of Reddit, what is the strangest thing you have been offered in compensation for drugs? Ex-user of opiates here. My dealer would only give me drugs if I gave him my blades and allowed him to check me for any cuts. I was in a seriously dark time and he helped me in a lot of ways. Eventually, once I started to get better, he refused to sell me any drugs and also made it clear to his friends' dealers that I was blacklisted. One of the reasons I turned my life around. I just remember that when I got my first dog, I was 7 and he was 1. 7 in dog years, and I cried when he turned 2 because I didn't think a 14-year-old dog would want to hang out with me. Oh man. The human has been working from home the last couple days, and every so often they let me participate in the video calls. All the other humans cheer when they see me, and I'm the only thing holding their company together. The left one is my art. Found the drawing on the right in my little brother's room one day. Oh, that's good. There are 2 drunk men outside my window, and all they're saying is, "No, you're my best friend in the whole world," back and forth. Currently staying with my parents. They have eggs for breakfast on Wednesday and Sunday. These days are now both known as Egg Day. They plan for Egg Day days in advance. The night before an Egg Day, they talk about how excited they are for Egg Day. They've been married for 35 years. Did you know that when Ella Fitzgerald couldn't get booked by clubs and TV because she was black, Marilyn Monroe offered to come to a nightclub every night and sit in the front row if they let Ella sing? That's how you use your privilege for good. Oh, that's awesome. It's like the evolution of moving up in the ranks at jobs. That's really cool. I like that. 1939, Kansas wheat. When they realized women were using their sacks to make clothes for their children, the mill started using flowered fabric for their sacks so the kids would have pretty clothes. Pure kindness. The label would wash out. I'm on a plane and the entire flight sat still so that a man in the last seat at the back of the plane could get off and run to his next flight to try and make it to his twin daughter's first father-daughter dance. Everyone rooted him on and clapped as he rushed down the aisle. That's good. That gives me faith in humanity. Johnny Depp hugs fan who gave him flowers outside court after day 6 of libel trial. That's good. My son and his best friend both told their survival rate would be around 2%, never walk, and live in a vegetative state if they'd made it past 7 years. Both walked the stage and graduated tonight. Left pick is from the first day of school, the right is from graduation this evening. Man, you love to see it. Some people don't understand that sitting in your own house alone in peace, eating snacks and minding your business is frickin' priceless. I have a confession. When my hubby gets stuck on a part of a video game for a long period of time, I will look up the solution on my phone and then give him vague suggestions to push him in the right direction. I've been doing this for 6 years. So last summer I randomly met this 80-year-old woman on Words with Friends. We played 300 plus games together and she actually ended up becoming a good friend of mine. Today I got to go to Florida and meet her in person. That's awesome. My buddy cosplaying Jasmine in the Genie with his daughter. That is so good. Man, that makes me happy. I kissed my girlfriend on the cheek while waiting to cash out at Walmart, and this little girl stared at us in amazement and said, "No one told me girls can kiss girls. That's so cool." I got Kiwi a little goth GF. Remember Kiwi and his goth GF? Well, now she's goth wife and they have 4 beautiful half-goth babies. That's adorable. This proud Aboriginal elder traveled 1,864 miles just to be at his granddaughter's graduation. I remember this. Yeah, that's incredible. You love to see it. This kid comes and visits my grandmother every day, 4 to 5 times a day. He just told me it was to check on her, to make sure she wakes up from all her naps. My heart can't take this. This is the best thing ever from Reddit to me personally. I had a passport-sized black and white picture of my grandparents from 1950, and a kind Redditor colorized it for me. I framed it and gave it to my 90-year-old grandma, who was blown away. Oh, dude, I love colorized photos from way back when. Just really, really impressive. This white couple in Target was staring at the Shea Moisture and Cantu products. Something told me to ask, so I said, "Y'all need help?" The wife hesitated and then showed me a picture of their black daughter and asked for recommendations. I made suggestions. It was a good day. Trash collector with 4.0 GPA who woke up at 4 a.m. to support his family is accepted into Harvard Law School. Good stuff. My granddad has a hat for each university his grandchildren attended, and today I got to give him mine. Nice. Oh, look at his eyes. They're hearts. Oh man, that's adorable. Really needing a hug from a black lunch lady right now. One time at school, this black lunch lady, who was my favorite, asked me, "You need more fruit, honey?" And I said, "No, I just need a hug." And she said, "Come here, baby," and gave me the best freaking hug in the world, and I started crying in the freaking lunch line. I would do anything to have that experience again. Kobe's last game inspired him to train and lose 170 pounds. Dude, that is inspiring. That is some good stuff. I'm proud. Caution, these shoes are the summer home of Jabba the Toad. Please do not disturb. Thank you. What a great name for a toad, by the way. Jabba? That's incredible. The first prime minister to have dealt with a major terrorist attack, a deadly volcanic eruption, and a pandemic all in her first term of office, all while holding a baby. I had a job interview and they couldn't offer me the job as another candidate performed better than me. However, they really liked me and have had funding approved to create a role just for me. This literally never happens in the NHS and I'm so happy. Daughter got kidney. Thank you, Willie, for your selfless gift of life. Man, that's good. What a difference 3 years makes, but we're still the same homies. Oh, hell yeah. This kid had lost his dad in the crowd and started to cry until he saw the Flash and Wonder Woman. He asked for help because he knows them. OMG, opened my nan's laptop and when she's Googled something, she puts please and thank you. I can't. Please translate these Roman numerals MCMXCVIII. Thank you. Dearest Ben's Nan, hope you're well. In a world of billions of searches, yours made us smile. Oh, and it's 1998. Thank you. My freshman year roommate sat me down day one and was like, heads up, I'll be bringing lots of girls and maybe even some guys to the dorm this year, so if that scares you, grow up, because this ain't high school. Anyway, he brought one girl back the whole year and now they're married. That's awesome. The woman I'm planning to marry showed me this pebble that looks like a guitar pick and with an entirely straight face said, it's for rock music. Marry her faster. Yeah, she's a keeper. Yesterday, my son decided to run away from home because I made him eat his vegetables. After telling him to pack extra underwear, he left only to come back running in the house, not because he changed his mind, but because he forgot his mask. Wear a mask, you filthy animals. This is my friend. He works as a carpenter for 7 years. He once said to me, I wish I could be a model, and my pictures would be all over the world and agencies called me to take my pictures. So I said, let me try taking a picture. You might get lucky. And what do you know? He looks great. My kid is gaming with friends, so I brought him a snack and he says, thanks, love you. Then laughter erupts on the headset and he goes, what, you don't love your mothers? I'm sad for you. So if you need me, I'll just be over here sobbing into my world's best mom ribbon. Just boarded my plane back to Chicago and sat next to an older white man who slowly turns, pauses, and says, Assalamu alaikum, in a way that was clear that he had been practicing for this moment. It was just cute and I wanted to share a wholesome Muslim airport story. That is all. 50 years ago, they tried to stop Catherine Switzer running in the Boston Marathon. Yesterday at 70, she ran it again, wearing the same number. Since I started my new job, about a month ago, I noticed one of my coworkers gets treated like an outcast, so I made a point to befriend him. Today, he came into my office, handed me a gift card, and awkwardly goes, thank you for treating me like a nice person. Bitch, I might be crying. One time I saw Samuel L. Jackson at an airport and he saw me and my cousin hovering around trying to gain the courage to ask him for a photo. And he came over to us and said, y'all mother effers want a photo? And it was everything. Dude, that would literally be the best day of my life. I would never forget it. My grandma, deadass, just served my kids nuggets and fries in their frickin' kiddie pool. This is why grandma should live forever. It's taken me until 27 years old to feel strong enough to show affection to another man in public. It's been a journey, but I'm glad I'm here. I am too. The fact he still carries the pick around is just so precious. Met this man at Outback. He saw us at prom and showed us a picture of him and his wife at prom in 1949. That's incredible. Old people line up to clean radiation in Japan. Mr. Yamada, I am 72 and on average, I probably have 13 to 15 years left to live. Even if I were exposed to radiation, cancer would take about 20 or 30 years longer to develop. Therefore, us older ones have less chance of getting cancer. Basically, a group of 200 plus retirees are volunteering to expose themselves to high levels of radiation so the younger men and women don't have to, making the ultimate sacrifice to protect the lives of their children and their children's children. HR at my work just called me and I thought I was in trouble for something, but they just let me know that my 11-year-old sister has been commenting on their Instagram every day telling them to give me a raise. That's great. My parents made a Renaissance fair for my kids in my backyard because it was canceled this year. We made turkey legs, funnel cakes, bobbed for apples, live music, etc. They're amazing people and even greater grandparents. Man, you know those kids will never forget that. That's just incredible. I'm moving tomorrow, and the old black lady that lives next to me just said, I'm going to miss you. I used to stay up every night when you would go out with your friends, and I wouldn't go to sleep until I heard your door close, and I know you made it home safe. Man, I wouldn't want to move if that happened. I skied back to the pole again to take this photo for all those men who commented, make me a sandwich on my TEDx talk. I made you a sandwich, ham and cheese. Now ski 37 days and 600 kilometers to the South Pole and you can eat it. 16-year-old Australian explorer Jade Hemister. Damn, that's one of the best clapbacks in history. Young kids banging on the door. I wake up like, what the F? I open it like, what up, little homie? I've never seen him before. He said, I missed the bus and no one will take me to school. I've knocked on 3 3 doors. My response, say no more, fam. Didn't even brush my teeth, just grabbed my keys, slipped on my foams. Go get that education, young brother. This is what a big homie does for young brothers. That's good. That's some good stuff. My sister came home from school one day and asked me to take her to the library so she could get books on sign language. She said there was a new kid at school who was deaf and she wanted to be friends with him. Today, I stood beside her at their wedding. Watching her sign, I do. After we went trick-or-treating, we ran into Walmart to grab a few things and ran into Elsa. These two were saying, "That's my sister." When we left, Nami cried and said she wanted to see her sister. I got Elsa's mom's number and she said her daughter was crying too. Now we're scheduling a play date. Love sees no color. That is some good stuff. I have a sunburn. For most people, having a sunburn is a bummer and inconvenience. For me, it means that for the first time in 10 months, I have control over my depression. I was able to stay outside longer than 10 minutes and play with my family. I have a sunburn. Smile. I don't have kids and probably never will. I support universal child care and paid maternal leave. I'm never going back to college. I support free college. I don't make minimum wage. I support increasing it above the cost of living. This is called wanting a better life for people. My boyfriend trying to be supportive. My shawarma fell apart. Oh no, are you solution-oriented about it or in the feeling stage? Imagine waking up for an 8 a.m. class and this is what you walk in and see. He got up extra early to make a holiday class a little fun. Be nice and respect what he's doing. 13 years ago, I emailed Dr. Fauci out of the blue to ask if I might interview him for my undergrad thesis. He invited me to his office where he answered all my questions. When I sent him the thesis, he read the whole thing. See his overly effusive review below. Who does that? Dad, can I use your tools? You bet. That's going to end poorly. I disagree. I think it will start poorly. But who knows how it will end? Smash, bang, crash. Just finished fixing the roof, Dad. Thanks, sweetie. Today is my 24th birthday, but it's my first birthday as a girl. Being my true self is the greatest gift I could ask for. And damn it, I am proud. The girl I babysit has made me watch WALL-E at least 10 times, so I assumed it was her favorite movie. But today her mom told me that she watches it because she thinks it's my favorite movie. That's wholesome. I lost my dad at Walmart and ended up finding him in the garden section watering plants. That's incredible. Hire that man. Deleted my weather app because there's a guy in my office that always tells me anyway, and the app never asks me how my weekend was. Shout out to Bill. My weekend was awesome, man. Thanks for asking. Biological father of bride stops wedding to invite stepdad to walk down the aisle with him. Good stuff. A guy named Weird Al has had a 40-plus year-long career with no allegations of sexual impropriety. One of my favorite stories I've heard about Weird Al was when the moment he realized he finally made it. This was in the early 80s. He had been invited to a music industry party and wasn't really sure if he would go or not. He didn't think anyone knew about him or cared. When he got to the party, he heard someone yell across the room, "Holy crap, it's Weird Al! Weird Al is here!" He looked over and saw it was actually Paul McCartney who yelled it. That's awesome. Timothy Matters holding a thank you letter from the Queen. He made her a homemade word search to keep her occupied during lockdown. Wow, that dude, better frame that, dude, and keep that close. I gave a little kid some frozen yogurt today at work, and his mom says, "Okay, what do you say?" And he looks at me dead in the eyes and says, "I love you." Elderly YouTuber writes his subscribers down in a notebook and then thanks them individually. That's so good. I'm a teacher and my students noticed that I wasn't myself for a while. I was in a bad place emotionally. They knew that I was a fan of Billie Eilish and one of them drew me this masterpiece. I would love for her amazing art to be seen by as many people as possible as it still makes me smile. Oh my god, that's incredible actually. Oh, I thought it was just like an image, but no, that's some good stuff. And well, ladies and gentlemen, just like that, we have reached the end of r/made me smile, and my cheeks do hurt from smiling, so good job, subreddit. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you get notified of our EzPz uploads. And until the next one, I'll see you around.